Hello and welcome to my early prediction video for the final round, the next to final round of Asian World Cup qualifying, the playoffs between Syria and Australia, where the winner of this two-legged playoff will advance to the playoff two legs against the fourth place team from CONCACAF. Now, both of these two teams finished third in their World Cup groups. And only one of these two sides can survive and go on to potentially qualify for the World Cup. So, I want to give my predictions, basically, for the two legs here. You have the underdog team in Syria who came close to qualifying directly after they went ahead against Iran in Tehran, but they held on for a draw, came back in stoppage time to deny Uzbekistan a spot in the playoffs. My early predictions for this tie, I honestly think Australia is the worst team Syria could have gotten. I think this will be a very tight affair, but I just think that it's very clear who the better team is, and it's Australia. I'm sorry, but it just is. Despite, the feel-good story of the Syrian national team, um, Australia is a side that doesn't have very many superstars on it, but relies very much on its sum being better than its parts and on its their players' individual moment of brilliance as well as their overall physicality. And I think that's a bad fit for Syria. I do. But Syria is playing with a lot of passion and the hope of a nation behind them, a nation going through civil war right now. So anything is possible in football. Destiny could be on Syria's side here, but from a logistical standpoint, Australia should be considered favorites. They should get through this, and I think they will because, as I predicted earlier this summer, I do think Australia is going to be the fifth representative from Asia because I do think they'll win the Asian playoff as well as the eventual CONCACAF playoff. It's just annoying for them that they have to go through 4 games in order to do it. It's the long way, it's the hard way, but yeah. So what are my predictions for the first two legs? Well, the first leg is at home, quote unquote, in Syria, meaning it'll probably be played at a neutral venue. They're planning to have it in the Middle East instead of Malaysia, where they've been having it. So that'll give the Syria like a home, sort of like a home feel, but not really. Better than what they would have in Malaysia, at least. My prediction is I think Syria will start off the better team because I think Australia is a side that just is really slow to grow into the game. And Syria will be fighting with the passion of their fans behind them to pull off the unthinkable to get to a World Cup. And I think the first leg will end in a draw. My prediction is 1-1. So then we have the second leg. Australia playing at home. My prediction for this, I'd be fine with either one of these teams qualifying because I like Australia. I like everything about Australia. I like the country. I like, I have a few Australian subscribers as well. And I like their national team too because I think they play a similar brand of football to the U.S. But I also appreciate a good, feel-good story in the World Cup in Syria and seeing another, me being half Arab, seeing another Arab nation in the World Cup. But I leave my emotions out of it entirely whenever I make predictions. And I think Australia is just going to win. I think they'll have the advantage playing the second leg at home. And I'm actually picking Australia to win this 2-0 because I think they'll score early. They'll be ahead 2-1 on aggregate. Syria will have to push numbers forward, searching for the equalizer to at least bring it to extra time, since this will be the second leg. And I think Australia gets another one off them because they open themselves up. So I think Australia will win 2-0, which means that on aggregate, I believe Australia will advance to the to the international playoff against the fourth-placed CONCACAF team, which will likely either be Panama, the United States, or Honduras. So, yeah, I think Australia will advance to the playoff 3-1 on aggregate. Thank you for watching. Leave a comment below, like, subscribe. I'll see you in my next video. What are your predictions for the 2 legs of this game? And I'll see you later. God willing, tomorrow. Have a good night. And, yeah. Much love and peace out.